hello again. So for today's demo, we are going to be doing a little bit more with fire. So if you are going to be doing this at home, please make sure an adult is doing this and you're like just watching. So for this, all you need is fire and plain old ordinary tea bags. Now, the premise of this is this. So, you know, during Speedy Fest or what did they call it? Balloon Fest, hot air balloons. Well, they don't have any motors on them. They don't have anything like that. It's literally just a giant bag of air and a flame under it. How does that make you go up in the air? And how do you steer it? The steering thing I cannot answer. I think they're at the mercy of the wind. I really have no idea. But I can answer the how does it go up in the air thing. And that's because of a thing called convection currents. Convection currents basically just means hot air rises, cold air sinks. So think about this. If you have the heat cranking in your house or wherever, the second floor is always going to be warmer than the first floor. And the coldest place is the basement. Or in the middle of summer, second floor or the attic would get super, super hot, while the first floor or the basement stays pretty cool. All right, so those convection currents, meaning hot rises and cold sinks, are how you get a hot air balloon to rise up. You heat up the air, now it's hot, it's less dense, and it'll float away. Less dense just means those molecules are a little bit further apart. You can think of that as like gym class. If you're really hot and sweaty, you do not want to be near your friends. So the hotter they are, the further apart they are. The colder they are, the more close and huddled together they are. Okay, so the further apart they are, the less dense they are, so they float up. So you need a tea bag. Forgot my scissors. All you're gonna do, and this isn't like one of those fancy sachets, that's like a triangle fancy tea bag. This is like a plain old cheap tea bag. Okay, you're just gonna cut the top off of it. I don't need this part anymore. You're gonna dump all the tea out. Feel free to save it so you can actually like drink some tea later. And you are left with this nice, cool little paper tube. You're gonna take that paper tube, stand it up on a surface that will not catch on fire, like my lab tables, and then hold your breath. If there's any kind of movement or wind at all, this thing won't work so well. So my goal is to make this thing hit the ceiling. And I've got a couple, I will do this again, but here we go. Oh, that one didn't go very high up. My heater is running, so it's not going very high up. There's a breeze in here. That's fine, I've got more. So the whole premise of this is you're lighting the top of the paper on fire, and as it burns down, it's gonna trap all that hot air at the bottom of this empty tube, and that hot air will try to rise towards the ceiling. Okay, take two. Still didn't get very high. All right, we've got one more. There's breeze in my room right now. I don't know how high I'm gonna get them to go. Maybe you can do better. If you do better, I better see a video of it. Okay, this is my last attempt here. You can do this, little guy. You got this. The sky's the limit. Actually, the ceiling is the limit, but you get the point. Come on. Well, that was a dud. And that was my fault. I put it in a wet spot on my desk. You live and learn. Science doesn't always work, but it's still cool. Hope you enjoyed it.